Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to make a sweet old-fashioned sewing machine wood panel, and then we're going to put some sweet Momentos, vintage buttons, an old zipper, some old snaps on it just to give it some charm. And I am using one of these $3 wood panels from Dollar Tree. And then I am going to use one of these $3 wood easels, also from Dollar Tree. We'll be using that stencil I showed you, some black chalk paste, and let me just tell you what I've done so far. And maybe you're wondering, what is this thing right here? I pulled this out. I did this, gosh, about a year ago. I pulled it out because it reminds me of the sewing machine. It's like an old typewriter, and I added a bunch of Dollar Tree flowers at the top, and this is the same kind of panel as what we'll be using today. So I love things that are old, that have a little history or story to them. And when I was looking at this stencil today, I was remembering, I think my grandmother Belle had something very similar to this out on she had like a covered porch entry to her house. And, oh gosh, I wish I knew where it was. My sound is muffled. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh wait, let me check this one thing. Okay. Okay, I've just turned on, sorry about the delay there. I've just turned on this sound enhancing thing that Facebook has, and also a background noise reducing thing. So hopefully that's a little better. Anyways, I was just saying that I remember my grandmother's old sewing machine. I really wish I had it. Hopefully it is with someone who loves those kind of old things and not at the bottom of the landfill. But anyways, this is a beautiful stencil, and I can't wait to show you. This is kind of the opposite of a shadow box. Instead of being inside of a box, this is going to be on the outside. So before I came live, I got my board all ready to go, and I did one coat of Waverly chalk acrylic paint matte finish no prep in Plaster. This is a great creamy color. And then I used a foam brush just to do the outside edge. And here, one coat of black. Then I went outside and I gave it a quick spray. Just this part, because wood can be tricky. Sometimes when you use a stencil on wood, it wants to suck in all the medium and then spread it out and be fuzzy. And we don't want that. So let's hop right in. As you guys are hopping on, say hello. Tell me if you love to sew. I learned how to sew when I was a little girl with both of my grandmothers and my mom. And I have such sweet memories of that. So tell me if you learned to sew as a little child and what you remember about it. We can all reminisce and, think about the good old days. Okay, so I'm going to be using this stencil. This is the first time I've used it, so I'm going to fuzz it really, really well. I can't wait to show you all the doodads, all the memento things that I have that we're going to put on our outside shadow box. And you can take this idea, literally, and make something similar. It doesn't have to be with the sewing machine stencil, but Diana says she loves to sew. Jody says it's very hot in Nebraska. I tell you what, It is so hot in Georgia. It's so humid in Georgia. It's just gross. I went outside for like 2 minutes to spray my board, and I am still sweating. It's just disgusting. The humidity, I don't know if it's humid where you live. Our humidity is awful. Okay, why am I fuzzing this? This is a tacky towel. I could also have done it on my apron, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans. I am fuzzing it because it's brand new, and I don't want it to pull the paint up, and I don't want, it's just brand new stencils are super sticky, so we're just going to solve that a little bit by fuzzing it. I think that should be plenty good. Okay. All right, and I think that it does not matter which direction. I do want it to be straight though, so let me fiddle for a minute. This stencil's just a little bit bigger than the inside surface of my board, so it's a little tricky. So as I was preparing for this, I was trying to think, okay, I want the sewing machine to be black because they were almost always black, as far as I can remember. So that's why I decided just to do the outside of this little wood panel black. And, uh-oh, I forgot to get my water. You guys, I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to hop out and get my water because I always like to put my stencils right in water. I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry. I think I have heat stroke from being outside for 2 minutes. All right, so I have my stencil all ready to go, and I'm going to use some black chalk paste. I'm just going to use one of these little stir sticks. Stir it up good. I'm going to put a couple blobs on here. I can never guess how much I'm going to need. Notice that I'm not putting it on the area where the holes on the stencil are. So continue telling me what you remember, if you sewed or you had a grandmother or a mother who sewed, or an aunt, or I miss those days. Of course, when I was having those days, I didn't appreciate them at all. Isn't that how it always works? It's only after the days are over that we think, oh, I wish I could go back. Those were the good old days. Okay, so I put it on, and now I'm just lifting off the excess big clumps. I'm not going over and over and over. Oops. Got a big blob right there. Oopsie. Having one of those days. Okay, so I think it's sufficiently all on there. I'm going to lift it up. Oh my gosh, you guys, the detail of this stencil. Whoa. It's amazing. Okay, what could you do? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm throwing this in my tub of water. And let's talk about what else you could do. What else could you do with that stencil besides make a piece of art? You could make a tote bag. You could make a t-shirt. You could make tea towels. You could put it on a brown gift bag. I might touch that up right there. There are so many things that you could do with that. Look, isn't that amazing? I learned how to sew at about 6 years old too. And I remember when my dad's mom, I think it was my dad's mom, showed me how I can take some just little scraps of fabric and make Barbie pants. And I was really into Barbie. So I was so excited about that. I am gonna come back off camera and paint this easel black. So it will kind of disappear. Oh my gosh. I love this one and I love this one. They're both super detailed and awesome. All right, let's talk now about what kind of doodads we want to put on here. So, you know, back in the 70s is when I remember it. And we used to do those shadow boxes that had just all kinds of little things inside of it. It was like a frame that was thick like this with glass over the top. We're going to sort of do something similar, but we're doing it on the outside of this frame. So I just have been pulling out a bunch of things. I have my mom's embroidery tin. I have this wonderful little box that I think it was Dixie who sent it to me, and it had some of these old wood thread spools in it, but I've added some since then, and people have sent me some, and oh my gosh, this is the stuff I love. It's a pretty one. And then I have, this was all these embroidery projects that my mom was working on before she handed it all over to me. And as I was looking through everything, I found a few little doodads that we'll use. But before we get to that, yes, these are Magnolia stencils, and you can find those at magnoliadiy.com. And when I'm all finished, I will get links. So just say supplies, and I'll get you a direct link to the sewing machine, so you don't have to go there and then try to figure out where it is. I wanted to show you these. I just found these today. I'm going to do something with them. I don't know what. And I can't remember what this kind of embroidery is called. Crewel, maybe? My mom has no idea. She had no idea when she did these way back when that this is me. This is totally my style and my colors. So I'm thinking I might get them framed. Look at this one. And then look at this one. And I bet you that she has more of that kind of stuff, which I love anything with character and history. I would so much rather have something from way back when than something made on a machine in China. Candle wicking, yes, that's what it is, Jean. Thank you for reminding me. It's also called French knots. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I can't find the word. Anyways, okay, so let's look at this. I pulled out these things. I pulled out an old zipper that's still in the pouch, a bunch of thread spools. This was in my mom's embroidery, along with a whole bunch of different colors, but I want to keep my colors pretty simple on this. And I had a couple of these. They're like wood or paper bobbins. And I know I have a lot more stuff that I can't put my fingers on right now, but okay, so I'm going to take this one down for a minute because I don't want to put anything on here where it will, when it goes in its actual stand, that it will be a problem. So I'm going to probably do something like this and then put some stuff what do you guys think about that? And come close. And I think I'll do some buttons. Whoops. I think I'll do some buttons also. in this area. And then up here, oh, and I have this snap. I want this one with black. I think there's embroidery floss on this one. So I'm kind of going with a black and red theme. Do you guys have stuff like this that you could make into? I don't have any thimbles, Jenny. Oh, I don't. I wish I did. Lay a bobbin on the sewing machine. Ooh, that's a really fun idea. Would you guys do that? So, and then I was thinking about using some of these red buttons and maybe I don't know, I just can't decide. What do you guys think about that? Deb says she has a lot of this stuff. This is like totally my thing. I just love to use things that are sentimental, and I remember all this kind of stuff. And the aging on like this zipper thing, that's awesome if you ask me. Okay, and we're gonna be using both E6000 and hot glue. Oh, and I have this too. We'll figure that out. So I'm going to, I think for the most part, hot glue would be sufficient. We might just try it and see if we really need it. So I'm going to start with this first. Just put some hot glue right there. Oh, thank you, Kathy. She says this is so stinking cute. Oh, I'm so glad. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Francine says she used 2 frames and put utensils in one and used it as a framed piece of art. That sounds fabulous. I want some buttons sticking up or out. Something, we'll see. Oh, and I don't want to forget my snaps. I think I'm just going to put them right here. Naomi says she loves it. Nothing like good nostalgia. I totally agree. And if you love nostalgia, that kind of stuff, this stencil and the typewriter are fabulous, I think. Okay, I need you guys to tell me. I'll get the glue strings off after. I need you guys to tell me, is this too busy to put that on here? Oops, let me see if I can hold it so my fingers are not in the way. I kind of feel like it is. I mean, it could be super cute, but I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna let that. Oh my gosh, and I have so many buttons. A lot of these were sent to me by you guys. Whoops. And they're awesome. I love buttons. Okay, what should we do up here? How about something? How about something like that? What do you guys think about that? I don't think I can lift it up. Let me see if I can move my camera. I'm not sure about the embroidery floss. Whoops. Now can I get it to stand up and be in the right spot again? Yes. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do 2 of these. Yeah, and I'm gonna take this off. Do you like this button combination, or would you like it better? This one is a prettier card. Would you like it better like that? I think I would like it better with this card. Let's do it. Let's glue it down. This one on Winky Wonky. I love these little, I think they're paper bobbins. They don't make bobbins that look like that anymore. What do you guys think about that? Let me look in my little box and see what else I might have. Another little red something. I don't know. I think this is what I'm going to go with. What do you guys think? Is this okay? Anymore, all of the sewing things are made of plastic now. They were all wood back then. Yes, they were. And we didn't appreciate it because we had no idea that everything would be switching over to plastic. So let's look. And I'll come back with the hairdryer to melt these annoying glue strings that are everywhere. Hopefully this is going to work in my stand. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to paint the stand black. What do we need? I feel like we need something more right here. Let me hold it up close. Kathy's asking me if I've ever used an old pattern for flowers. I have not done that yet, but I have been interested in that for a while, and there's just never enough time to do every single craft that I want to do. But if anyone has pictures of flowers made out of old sewing patterns, send them to me, because I can find some. Well, this is how it's going to be for now. I could possibly take a couple buttons off. I don't know. Anyways, do you guys like it? And this was the typewriter. I think it's kind of fun. Hang a string of fabric. Where should I hang it? This is what looks not right to me. Like it needs something else. I probably have a threader. That's a good idea. Let's see. Do I have an old threader? Of course I have my flossing things. Oh, I have an old seam ripper, but it's not very old. I'll think about that. I have an actual sewing box downstairs. So I bet you I have a threader down there somewhere. Because I don't see one in here. This could do something. What did these look like back in the good old days? You would like the buttons out of the package. I don't know that I can do that at this point. What is this? Oh, look at that. Clinton Rust Proof Silk Pins. This was probably my mom's because it's in my little sewing thing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that I gave you some ideas because you can take this concept, let's go up here and look decent. You could take this idea and run with it with any theme. Yeah, so do a this or a this, or say something to me in the comments. Feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you want my complete supply list. I'm going to include the names of the paint and that it's Waverly Inspirations, chalk, acrylic, plaster from Walmart. I'm going to include, the name of my glue gun. I get asked that so much. The name and location of the stencil. Where did this little wood panel come from? So let me know if you want my complete supply list, and I'll be glad to get that for you. No embroidery thread. I think so too, Linda. If anyone can think of something brilliant to add up here that's going to make sense, like if I did some of these buttons on here, would that make sense? I don't know. Sometimes I have to live with something for, I have to look at it for a day before I can figure it out. But I will get the easel, the brand new easel painted black. So that's going to just all blend in. Alrighty, fabric at the needle. Huh. It's a beautiful stencil, Jenny. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. And I will get pictures. I'll put them here in these comments. I will also put them just over on DiyDreaming. An old pair of scissors, small ones. Okay, for that, I love that idea. I might have to go to Queen of Hearts antique store and look. You could put a few single buttons at the left corner, like these kind. Tell me, because I cannot figure it out. Look at how they make thread spools now. Isn't that terrible? Alrighty, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.